Welcome, welcome. You all have arrived to the earned seat at the table. If you are feeling good on this Sunday, warm afternoon in Chicago, finally, right? I want to hear you all make some noise for yourselves for showing up. Now, I've seen y'all get a little more excited before. I know what's happening in summertime shy. I know it's a little warm, but again, I need you to get excited for yourself. We get excited for other people better than we get excited for ourselves sometimes, right? So we are so glad that you are here, that you chose to be here. You could have been anywhere in the world, and you are right here at the earned seat at the table, taking your seat, all right? So, without further ado, sometimes we feel like we're alone. Sometimes we feel like people can't connect with us. Sometimes we feel like we just don't know what to do. And that is what this space is for. You have been invited to the table. And I want you to meet the most amazing panelists in the Midwest, the world, and beyond. And I have the ultimate pleasure of introducing to some and presenting to others the panelists for this evening. So I promise you, I can't bring them out until y'all clap it up a little bit. We got to warm it up. We got to feel good about what we're doing in this room. We have to bring the energy because as panelists, they are going to vibe off your energy as they share their hearts, as they share their minds, their bodies, their souls, their journeys, their stories. And that is not always an easy space to be in. So if you can give me a little drum roll with your hands as we tap on the chairs. Let's tap on the chairs. Let me hear a little drum roll. Drum roll. You all, the curator, the founder, the CEO, the queen of the hour. I want you to make some noise for none other than Dr. Mikkita L. Yes. I love it. I love it. We are going to keep it going. You will learn more about each individual this evening. We're going to keep it going. Now we have Mr. Aaron Smith. Yes. Let's keep that energy going. I love what I see. I met this queen earlier. So beautiful. None other than Luberta. All right, y'all looking good up there. I love it. So we have the center table all set. We are moving on to something that we needed some more of in Chicago, and I think we're going to get it because she's here. Help me welcome Sunshine. Come on, beautiful. Thank you for bringing it. I heard we're about to have a heat wave, and I think, it's because of you. Sweet baby. I think it's because of you that we get some sunshine. Y'all heard that we got a heat wave coming up, so stay cool, right? Chicago been giving us 4 seasons in one day. All of them. All right. Thank you so much, you all. You all are such a beautiful audience. Now we have the right, left, front, back, center of Miss Sunshine. We have her king, Mr. Marcus Williams. So she don't say that when he don't take the garbage out. And he said that his name is Marcus, y'all. But if y'all got complaints, this is not his cinema. Okay? He wants to make that clear. Thank you so much. Your energy has been phenomenal. We're going to keep it going. We're almost there with introductions. Can I please get none other than Cat, baby? Oh, come on, queen. You better be fine. All right, we have Cat. Listen, y'all, baby, y'all looking good. Okay? I will say what the, young people say, but I'm not going to say that on camera. All right, we have our last but certainly not least, this table that's coming up. Y'all, they've been cutting up already. They ready to go. I've been hearing comments, laughter, jokes, and beyond, but I will tell you it's some good energy up in here. We have none other than Coach K. Woo! Ooh, I love it. The run in. It's the run in for me. That's because her name is Coach. How did you think she was gonna come in here? She coming in here like she better be. Look at you looking all good and stuff. I love it. I love it. We're going to keep this going. We're almost finished. And then I'm going to be quiet. But for right now, I just want to share a few more just words. Let's go. I love it. Just words. Oh, I love words, y'all. And as we anchor this introduction right on in, we have none other than the gorgeous China Christine. Let's go. You all, I am going to be quiet and I will be back up a little bit later because we definitely want your panelists' input. We want to hear your questions. But if you all can just please give a warm round of applause for your panel this evening for the earned seat at the table. Thank you for being our guest. I'm your host, Shartia Love Jones, and thank you so much for being here with us today. I will now pass this event over to the queen of the hour, of the moment, of the decade, Dr. Mikkita L. Moore.
Because that be me. I heard that title, okay? Thank y'all. Thank y'all for spending y'all Saturday with me and us. Thank y'all. Sunday. Why do I keep saying Saturday?
I don't know.
Because you ain't been sleeping.
Okay, it's Sunday. Thank you. Because he said so. Okay, Sunday. They don't even like me up here. Okay. Thank y'all for real. It is Sunday, and I don't know why I want it to be Saturday, because probably I want to go to work tomorrow. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so thank y'all for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. This is the earned seat at the table, and each one of these members at this table has earned their seat at this table. They have been through some things, they have seen some things, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. So, first of all, I want to say welcome. Second of all, I want you to know that this is not the table to not be honest with you or ourselves. This is a table of honesty, and this is a table of truth. We are about to get into some truth. So my first question is, when you hear the words mental health, what is the very first thing that comes to mind? And for me, since I'm here, right, it is how I entertain others. Mental health to me is more than just like depression or trauma. This is my everyday life. This is my everyday feeling. So I have to maintain that so that I can interact with others. So for me, mental health means how do I see myself in spaces that others are in? Make sure y'all mics on. We don't go in order. This is what it is.
Hello, hello, hello.
Come on.
All right. So, again, my name is Marcus Williams. When I hear mental health, I just think things that we cannot see that is very important. If any of you walked in here today with a broken leg, we'd see it. We'd see the cast. We'd say, oh my God, what's wrong? How did it happen? Your mental health is something you can't see what someone is going through, but it is highly important to how they conduct their everyday lives. I would also say, as a man, we have to, if we're going to be the leaders, we have to lead and make sure that the women in our lives' mental health is straight. The number one way we can do that is by being there for our children and being there for her. Parenting is life's ultimate group project. And how you know that is you can't make the baby by yourself. So since you can't make the baby by yourself, you make sure you're there for her. And even if you guys aren't together, you are a strong parent. Her mental health is right, which means your children is going to be right, and everything flows. But if we are going to be the kings and we say we the king of the castle, right? Then we lead from the front, not the back.
Come on. Yeah.
And I have to say, for me, I'm Luberta. It's really about my own personal stability because, like everybody else, I have good days, I have bad days. So I have to maintain my good days because I know if I do not, I could spiral probably pretty quickly and it could go from a good day to a bad day real quick. And that won't be good. So I have to work on this every day. And it is, like I said, I have good days, I have bad days. Some days I do better than others, but this is just something that I just have to work on. It's almost like, well, really, it is. It's just another form of an addiction. It is because you have to work on that. Like, yeah, you cannot take a day
It's a
off.
muscle.
I would love to, but I can't because I have to stay on top of this. Because if I don't, it could be bad. So yeah, so that's what it is for me. Yeah.
Well, mental health for Coach K is the foundation. Um, I found that if my mental health state is not um, up to par, I am a mother, a grandmother, a business owner, a number of things. Um, but if my mental health is not up to par, I can't be effective in none of those areas. As much as we would like to put the cart before the horse, a lot of times you're not an effective person if your mental health is at rock bottom. You can't parent. You can't be a spouse if your mental health is at rock bottom. Pouring from an empty cup. Because we are a um, I would say we are a group of this is pretty much the same group of age group of people. We've poured into a lot of people and a lot of things in the negative. So I'm just relearning how to make myself at least 90% before hitting myself.
I like how y'all say that. Yeah, my name is Kat. Mental health for me is like a track record of what's going on up here every day. When I'm running this race in life, did I do this? Did I cover my checklist? And when I notice in my covering of my checklist, man, I missed some items, or ooh, dang, I knocked them all out the park and I got more time, whatever that might be. It's identifying where you are within that, because if you're not, like everybody else has said, if you're not solid, if you're not right, stuff not getting for me. Mine was clutter. Stuff was building up. The laundry piles was stacking up. The stuff wasn't getting dusted, and I had to realize, oh, once I started to see outward, once I was able to come out of it and actually see, that's when I knew something wasn't right for me. So it's identifying that track record of your normal program, your normal habits that you produce, positive and bad. You got to keep accountability, but that's what it is for me.
For me, mental health for me is maintaining. Once again, my name is Aaron Smith. Maintaining peace, maintaining a peace of mind while the world is chaotic, and adapting to, um, control, having a sense of control chaos. Because sometimes we, like she was speaking about, we can unravel if we don't maintain a sense of peace, and also being rooted and grounded in faith. I think faith is going to be the foundational key to maintaining peace. And for me, is looking within. Right? Sometimes we don't want to look in the mirror. We don't want to look deep within, and some of us try to pull from a surface place. But for me, digging deep within. And if you don't, if you, I always use this analogy of running towards the incline. A lot of us don't, when we work out, a lot of us don't want to work out on an incline because it produces more work for you to navigate through life. So if you run towards those inclines, whether it's something that you're dealing with internally, something that you dealt with from your past, allowing yourself to run towards the things that make you uncomfortable, and also from the peace perspective, God has always already given us the peace. We just have to maintain it. if we are maintaining our peace so we can show up for the ones that love us, the ones that we love, we're able to just navigate. And hey, it's not always easy. Mental health or seeing a therapist, a lot of people don't understand when you go see a therapist that that opens up the world of your healing journey, right? So you're walking around with wounds, you're walking around with all of these different things that you haven't dealt with. But if you don't deal with those things here in your mind and your heart, it's gonna show up somewhere. So I say, run the incline of that. That's how I maintain my peace. Look, today I had a moment where my peace was disrupted, and the enemy wanted to say, "Hey, you know, you might not need to go do that panel. Your peace has been disrupted." And so, showing up anyway, having some type of routine to get you to that place of having peace and maintaining peace and discipline as men too as well.
Yeah, to tag off you, it's also about communication too, expression versus suppression of your communication and expression. When you suppress it, uh, you don't get it out. Sometimes when you are able to express it, you feel better and whatnot. Also with the peace and energies being interrupted as well is part of your mental health as well. So yeah.
I love this panel, y'all. I do. I really do. But we finna go deeper. Let's go. What have you spent your entire life proving, and who were you trying to convince? What have you spent your entire life proving, and who were you trying to convince?
I'll start. I'll start. Let me get started. um, Education for me. I'm 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 a I'm a city boy. I'm hood guy, and I went into education. I didn't like education at first. I didn't care for it, but to prove to my family that I was just as smart, just as accomplished in everything for my family, I went through a lot. I'm more of a math person. I love math and everything, but I took my studies in more English and creative writing. So I did a lot of English literature, trying to prove to my family that I could read, could teach, could do all this, and went into that went into that discipline just to prove to my family because my family is mostly like medical field and teachers. So yeah, to my family, I was trying to prove to them about the education thing. Went all the way as to a master's degree. I'm the first generation graduate on the both undergrad and grad. So, yeah.
Come on. So, as into who I was trying to prove myself to, trying to prove to myself.
Really?
So, if you look at the outcome, people always assume that, okay, you can't do this or whatever. Well, I'm the youngest in the family. So, the youngest in the family tend to be more spoiled, and people don't really have, a high outlook. When you have, like my sister, she's very bright, very smart. And it's like, okay, what's the chance of the two of them? So, like no one gave me like a hard time where they felt like I couldn't do it, but I was always in competition with myself. It wasn't no like okay, the comparison. It was just me fighting me. It was no broad thing. Okay, well, your sister did this, so are you going to do this? No, it was a whole competition of myself, and then I had to come. You know what? I'm in the fight by myself. No one asked me. No one is saying, okay, well, Christine, well, your sister did A, B, and C. So what are you going to do? I just felt internally because what she did or what someone else did, now I need to do the same or better. Then you get to a point where you're like, nobody cares. So I just kind of had to move on. But you have to sometimes people have that internal thing where they think they're being watched and they think other people are being concerned when it's not. It's just a full internal thing that you're going through by yourself.
Right. I guess I'll say being worthy of love, absent of my accomplishments, absent of what I'm doing for you on the daily, like trying to show up. Like if I didn't do anything, all of these things, will I receive it? I feel like I am such a people person. I want to make everybody like feel the greatest, even though people sometimes make me feel the shittiest. But that's just who I am. So like being worthy of that love and constantly giving of myself and giving of myself and wanting to see like, hey, love you, you're doing great. So yeah.
Mine was my mother.
Oh, go ahead.
That was my mother. I wanted to prove to my mother that I'm worthy of your love. I'm worthy of um, your acceptance. So no, I don't make $200,000 a year like you, but I'm still worthy of your love. So that was my mother. I've worked this hard to gain acceptance from my mother, and I still don't have it. And child, at this point, I'm over it. Because baby, no, we're not doing that. So yeah, it was for me. It was mine.
Expression of question.
Okay. So the question is, what have you spent your entire life proving, and who were you trying to convince? We're gonna take two more, and then we're gonna move on to the second question because it's a lot of questions, y'all. But I want y'all to start, getting your mind right because I want y'all to ask us some questions too and answer some questions so that you all can get your questions answered, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go this way.
Which way?
Go ahead.
Okay, real quick. For me, I was always a smart girl. Like I went to Walt Disney Magnet School, and it was a lot of Arabs and a lot of the Africans at the time that was just really exceeding in academics. So I wanted to be, one that represented for the black girls, because I ain't see them. So let me excel too. So I always pushed myself to the edge. I always and floated and did good. But it was one thing. I had sat up. My sister asked me to do some micro braids. I said, girl, I could do that. I sat her down, and I did. I slaved 13 hours, did my sister micro braids. And she looked in the mirror and was like, And y'all, from that moment, like, that fueled something. She took them out, and we started a fight. Like, that was, like, the first time in hair history ever that that I didn't live to accomplish something. So I took that. My whole career now is hair. And sister, she now is a part of my mental health journey, too. She has some diagnosis, but I still take care of her through hair. Like, the same one that told me, now she, Kathy, you think you could? And it's something that I take with everybody. So that's my 2 cents.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my little 2 cents in there. My the thing that stuck out for me was my aunt. I looked up to one of my father's sisters, and for some strange reason, I was always picked on, because I was my daddy's only child, and he spoiled me, so I was a brat to him. So I got picked on. And my aunt, because I was a little rough on the edges, I was a little tomboy, so I was rough on the edges. But my aunt always spoke to my life that I wasn't gonna be shit.
Showed you.
And because I was rough, I followed chase the boys, and your little fast ass ain't gonna be shit. And all of my years, that voice stayed in the back of my head. Everything I've done to the max, listening to that voice that I wasn't gonna be nothing. So hearing and right now, I didn't talk to her for like almost 30 years because of that. And when I came back home, I kind of made peace with her because you got to. By that time, baby, I was the shit. I wasn't. I didn't have nothing that I ain't gonna be shit was gone. Like I was the shit, and I became more of the shit. But since I've been home, so it's like it fueled me to get me to a point, and then after that, I ain't crying because it's in my voice, it's in my throat, it's coming, but I'm putting that back down. So yeah,
Just let it out.
By the time that voice started fading, I had accomplished so much that I didn't even have time to look back at all of my accomplishments because that voice kept me going. I was in autopilot at that point. And I didn't even get a chance to sit back and just appreciate all of the hurdles that I had came over because of that. But now I am, and I'm good. The rest is gone.
Cause I'm the shit.
I am.
The last one. You wanna go?
I have to say, it's been a me versus me fight, and it started when I got pregnant at the age of 14, because I had a lot of adults that I admired, I respected, and I agree with you. They told me I wasn't gonna be nothing, and so I was like, well, "What do you mean?" They was like, "You pregnant?" And then I had two kids because I had one at 14, and then I had another one at 16. So of course it was like, only thing you're gonna be is a baby making machine.
Right.
And I was like,
Cause you
but no, right, and that's what they said. It's like you're not gonna do nothing. And then so you had these adults saying it, but then I also got it from men, like ex-husbands, baby daddies. Nobody's gonna want you. So I think that, and then I had my own self-esteem and self issues too. So you found all that up, and I was like, well, they right. I ain't gonna be nothing. So the things that I've actually accomplished, I didn't give myself credit for. I just moved past. I was like, okay. Like I remember I graduated school, and people would be excited, like, and it wasn't
she
nothing.
a doctor too.
Right, but it was nothing. It just meant nothing to me. I was just moving on. It was almost like I was looking for a high. I moved on to the next day. And so then finally, probably, if I'm being transparent, probably 5 years ago, I finally sat down and I pulled out my degrees. I have them on the wall because I didn't even have them up in my house. They was just hid somewhere in the corner. I was like, no, boo, you are the shit.
Yes.
So I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yes.
So now they're up, and so now I look at myself. Okay, yeah, I did get pregnant at 14. Yep, I got pregnant again at 16. But baby, I've done so much since then, and now they're adults, and then I have to look at my children at the things that they've become. Oh no, don't. You got the wrong person. Don't, because I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it. So I am trying to. That voice is not as loud as it used to be, but it still pops out, and then I'll be like, nope, So I'm still a work in progress, but yeah, I'm trying to hold it down.
We is here, honey. We
Holding it down.
so we here, okay. Let's go deeper. If you with me, say deeper.
Deeper.
Let's go. Who taught you what love looks like, and what did you have to unlearn from them?
Let me go on and get this out the way. Now, I'm gonna be real.
Come on, that's what. What is this? The iron seat at the table, and okay. So back up, y'all. Before she even gets started, there are some people that's sitting at this table that's been at this table since day one, and I'm gonna shout them out real quick. Kanisha has been at this table since day one. Coach K has been at this table since day one. China Christine, baby, she been at this table since day one. Luberta Lito has been at this table since day one. Now I got some tools. It's only one. and she is. Sunshine has been this Sunshine second table, and I love you for it. Then we got some ones that just got to the table, and y'all earned y'all seat too. Okay, they earned their seat too. But my day ones.
Period. Period.
I love y'all, and I thank y'all, cause y'all could have did anything on a Sunday, cause it's always on a Sunday. Even though I think it's Saturday, but keep going. Go ahead, Kanisha. Oh my goodness. Okay, who taught you what love looks like, and what did you have to unlearn from them?
Okay, so now let's be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Oh shit.
God had to show me what love looked like.
Mm.
And how he did that was he took me through that. And he showed me that at the end of the day, if I didn't love myself, I couldn't expect for nobody else to love me. And he stripped me of everything. He stripped me of everything. He put me on the road and put me on the highway and made me drive all the way back home from Mississippi with nothing. Everybody thought I was crazy, but leaving Mississippi, I left a home, I left a husband, and I left my oldest daughter in college. I took the only child that I had that was, well, my other daughter was with her father for the summer, but the child that I had that was with me, stuck to my hip, we got on the road and we left. And I had to find me and my sanity all over again. And God stripped everything from me, everybody from me. And He had to show me what love was, and that was me loving myself. And I couldn't love nobody else until I loved myself first, genuinely. And that was wholeheartedly. I had to accept the flaws. I had to accept everything, the baggage. I had to accept the marriage failment, the failing marriages. I had to accept all of that. And once I accepted that, I realized that uh, I had to realize that you gotta love you. I literally had to learn love from the ground level all the way up, and that was understanding that my parents how they love. I had to understand how my kids love, how I love language. I had to learn a lot of things, but God actually showed me by taking a lot of things away, a lot of people away.
That's amazing. That's amazing that you you went through there and
Yes,
allow
Lord.
God to strip you down and also to show you what love is supposed to look like. For me, I felt like I learned what love in my early years. It was from my mom. It was just being my mom. Single parent mom trying to figure it out. And you got to realize our parents are learning too. It's trial and error for them too as well. And so the things that I had to learn was later on that, hey, love is, we think it comes from a conditional place, but it's supposed to be unconditional, right? Because that's how God loves us, right? And so our parents, we may slip and fall, and our parents may deal with us in a way that doesn't feel like love, whether it was chest. I'll be honest with you, I got my ass whooped almost every day as a child. Every day. I grew up in the South. I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. So we had corporal punishment. So your mom or your dad signed a waiver for you get your ass whooped at school, and you got your ass whooped on the way home. And then you got ass whooping at home. So my my principal was a Q dog, so he had a paddle. So I thought love was from a place of hurt. Oh, that place of being, hey, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't whoop your ass if I ain't love you. But we got to understand what that does to a child at an adolescent age where you get your ass whooped every day. Hey, I want to go to school, whoop everybody else's ass too. But at the end of the day, I had to learn that love is unconditional. And that's how God loved us before we entered this world. And we have to understand that love is not just transactional. A lot of people are overperforming just to feel worthy of love, when God has already said, "Hey, I've given you this love, and once you accepted me into your life, hey, I'm giving you love, and doesn't you're already worthy of it." So I also say too, take the initiative to love yourself as well, because if you don't know how to love yourself, how you gonna love anybody else? So I had to unlearn some things, and I had to understand that me performing is not me trying to get that love, but showing up as the man that I'm supposed to be and competing against my lesser self. I like how you said it's been me versus me. And sometimes we work so hard on the me versus me, and we forget to love ourselves in the capacity that we feel whole. And it's important for us as men first to feel whole. It's a lot of empty men that are broken because they have not taken the initiative steps to feel whole again. And you gotta dig deep. It's not gonna feel good. It's gonna feel like hell. But running the incline of that, that's the unlearning the performative side. Of course, we gotta show up as men. Of course, we gotta show up as fathers. I'm a father of three, and I feel like if we show up in the capacity and don't feel, we have to we have to learn how to be vulnerable. And if we can be vulnerable as men and women, we have the I say be audacious and trying to be the best version of you as you possibly can, and knowing what love is supposed to look like and how God has given it to us.
Absolutely. And to piggyback off of what he was saying, I definitely learned love from my mother. My mother, to this day, if I call her, she'll do anything for me. Um, One thing I did have to take away from how she is. My mother would love until she got into sickness, until she would love you too hard. And so I had to learn that you got to put a limit on what you give, because they're not going to put a limit on what they take. And you have to, I had to pull back and say, there's going to be a line here, because if you sit and poop too long, it starts to smell like potpourri. And you sitting around here saying, but this is love, and this is love. And little do you know, that person is just running your love to the ground. And not you, of course.
You better.
Not you.
Not you better.
Not you, of course. You know.
Cause you better.
Wait. Let me make a disclaimer. That view has nothing to do with this person to my right. That's what I'm right here. Now, with that being said, because of course not, baby. Now, with that being said, but you have to at some point say, you know what? We have come to the line. We have come to the end of the road. And when someone cannot love you back properly, you just got to be done with them. Yeah. If anything, I would say to this day, my mother will still go to the bat for all of her siblings, no matter their faults. But I've learned to say, cut off game strong. We done with that. Yeah. Absolutely.
I love this, y'all. This is the earned seat at the table. This is our very first time doing a live audience. So I hope y'all are enjoying. If you are enjoying, let me see your face. Come on.
I want to take that question real quick before you move
Go
on.
ahead. Come on. I'm ready.
I learned about love. I'm gonna say this is God doing. I learned it through my youngest two daughters. Because
Girl, Dad.
yeah, my girls, they real soft. They super duper soft. And I've been raised in hard love, the hardest love possible. When you spoke of the corporate punishment, we did corporate punishment, but it was no waivers or nothing. It's just we had a village. If you did something outside in front of the village, everybody was going, yeah. So the hard love was, my mom's still hard right now, but it looks different to me now as at my age now. I even wrote a spoken word poem about my mom's, and part of the poem I say, she loved me, but she never said it. It was a given. Because your presence, right, it's understood that she loved me. So however she treated me, she loved me. But now with my daughters, the way I spoke to them, they just start crying. And I had to learn how to soften up for them. It was hard for me. It was real hard for me because I didn't know how. I thought I was speaking soft. Right now, I think I'm speaking soft, but they didn't take it like that. So they always thought they were in trouble when I spoke. Come bring me the salt. Oh, why? Because I want to put the salt on my food, baby. Please. So that's how it was. So, but I learned through, I think it was just God sending me these girls to show me to really, really focus on what love is. Not necessarily soften up, but to, change up from what my mom and my pop was. Yeah.
I love that. Y'all.
Can you give me like 3 seconds?
Yes, girl.
30 seconds.
Listen.
30 seconds.
Come on.
You went from 3 to 30.
Make up your man.
She not gonna do 3.
Okay. Well, we'll about 30, 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Okay. So, I'm a little different. I was been raised on unconditional love, right?
I don't know what that is.
But I believe in conditional love. It has to be a limit. You can't keep loving somebody, as in word, love them to death, or have somebody love you to death, where it's like there's no boundaries. That whatever they do, hey, you know what? I understand God's gonna fix it, but He also will give you the intuitive to know when to let it go. Sometimes we be like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna stay because it's gonna change. And He's sending you, He letting you know that it's time to move on. And you're holding on. So sometimes we have to figure out that we have to know when it's time to move on, and not just because, oh, that's my husband. We got 3 kids together. We gon' and you just over there stressing, you lost weight, your hair fell out, you were just sick because you felt like, well, I'm supposed to be here.
I like that question because it's going into this next question.
All signs that you're supposed to be done. Say a quick 30, 45 seconds.
Yeah.
That's 45.
You headed right where I'm going.
Segue.
And the segue is. And we got 2 more questions, y'all, and then we're going to open it up to the audience. So the first of the 2 questions is, what are you still carrying because putting it down would require you to acknowledge what it cost you? I'm going to say it again. What are you still carrying because putting it down would require you to acknowledge what it cost you? And I'm going to go first. Men. I don't know how many of y'all follow me on Facebook and all the social medias, but I've been doing this thing called Gown Chronicles. And in my Gown Chronicles, not the last one, but the one before that, I tell people how I don't like new people. I don't like new men, right? So I double back because I can't.
Don't like flirt nobody.
I would need to spend. I got my spend the night bag, right? And you knew, and I ain't got no spend the night bag for you, because you knew, right? So I need my spend the night bag.
Oh, God.
For me. So that means that you gotta be. However, I just publicly went through a whole breakup publicly on social media. Yeah, him. Don't do that, because we can't talk about that right now.
They like,
Okay,
we was rooting for him.
We
were all rooting for you.
We were rooting for you, sir.
My Tyra Banks got it too.
I just went through a whole public breakup on social media. I hate that for me. But anyway, so my thing is, for me, it is, I'm carrying these people because deep down, there's an insecurity there. Bottom line. There's an insecurity that, am I enough for somebody new? Am I enough for love the way that I want love? Because this right here, you know what I'm saying? This. He treats me like this. He loves on me. He this and he that. He that. But he a hoe. And I knew he was a hoe. Let's be real. I dated this man for 1.5 years and he had a whole wife. Let's be real. That's what this. I earned a seat at the table, baby. I earned this seat. I earned this seat. Okay? I dated this man for 1.5 years. He had a whole wife at home. So did I think when he left his wife and got divorced, he was gonna be my first? Come on, y'all. No. Now I just stepped up. And now I'm in the wife's seat. But it's somebody that's gonna be in mine. Because now the second seat is open. Yeah, you on Facebook, y'all look good. Y'all cute. Woo, baby, y'all cute. But your seat is open. The one before him, same thing. He had left his wife, but the nigga still married. He left though, you know what I'm saying? Got his own place, all that shit. But the nigga is still married. Yeah, they ain't dating, they ain't seeing each other. All the good things that you want to say, but the nigga is still legally married. Let's call a spade a spade. So when he got to acting funny, oh, let me go buy him some more shit. Let me go spend $3,000. Yeah. Cause this the seat at the table, right? We here to tell the truth, right? Let me go spend $3,000, and I got somebody in the audience right now. I won't call her out, but she was like, "Mikkita, why are you buying him all this shit for his birthday?" And I was like, "Cause I love him." And she was like, "Girl, nobody fucking cares." Jordans, cologne, bought him a fucking blanket with his mama on it because I'm his mama dad. Baby. And all of that stems from, Mikkita, are you worthy? At the end of the day, are you worthy? Been there, done that. So, for me, it is, I am carrying the unhealed Mikkita. I'm carrying that because if I let her go, I have to face the fact that you are still insecure. I gotta face that. And I'm not ready to do that. So that's me. Keep going. Who else?
I would say for me, I appreciate you unpacking all that. And one question we gotta ask that brother, whoever he is, if he watching this.
Don't care.
No. You gotta ask that brother, bro, because you keep hurting women after women after women after women. All you leave is a trail of broken hearts and empty Kleenex boxes. So you have to ask that brother, be honest with yourself. Is one woman enough to fill your appetite? And if he's not willing to say, if he can say, yeah, I can be with one woman and knowing he can't, then all he gonna do is leave more broken hearts, empty Kleenex boxes, and a future broken brake line because some woman gonna get tired of this mess. But for me, I would say the loss of my father, April 13, 1992, gone. I can still remember in my grandmother's house, my cousin, uncle, we got those that's so old, that age, telling me he passed, how it happened. I can still close my eyes and visualize the room and everything. But I don't think I've ever let that go because by losing my father at age 6, I got so many questions I never got answered about where I'm from. Those type of things about that you passed that I passed down to my daughter. Hey, let me tell you about your mom. Let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about your grandmother. Let me tell you about your aunt. Let me tell you. I never got to ask him those questions. But if I ever let that go, then I'll have to realize that you just gonna have to live with never having those answers. And that's something that I'm still in my 40s. I haven't gotten over it, but at some point it will. And I appreciate my mother, Lord knows, for sure, and everything she's done. But just not having, it's just some things that she can't teach me because she's a woman, and no disrespect. But a man has to tell something about a man, and I've wanted to get that from my father, and knowing that I never will or never have, it hurts. It hurts well.
Yeah. So the question, I just want to reiterate the question: what are you still carrying? Because putting it down would require you to acknowledge what it cost you.
I'm gonna answer that question in 1 second. But a call to action to a lot of brothers, and I say brothers because I talk about the brothers that are in our community. If you do not have the capacity, or if you're not whole, please don't bring a woman into that space.
Talk about it.
Come on.
If
Talk
you're
about
not
it.
whole, if you're not ready, if you are not in that space mentally, if you need to be working on you, work on you.
Don't
You
use the
need to-
relationship word.
Yeah, don't put yourself. I always tell a lot of men, they look at me crazy when I say it. It's a period in time when you are a man, you should not be dating. You shouldn't be dating a woman. You should be dating, period. If your focus should be being whole. All right. So we end up sometimes, and we all are guilty. Men have been guilty of bringing a woman into your space, and you're not healed. You're not working on being healed. You're not searching deep within. But if you are at a place where you're not mentally ready, your heart is not ready, you're still hurting, you still got all of these wounds open, you should not be dating. You should be focusing on those things. To answer the question,
Can I tap in right
go
before you
go
get
for
to
it,
your
brother.
point?
You got it. You got it.
They also need to know.
Yeah. Let's go.
Right. The fellas also need to know what healed look like.
Yeah.
Because a lot of fellas don't know that. Let's just say everyone instead of saying men versus everyone. When you say healed, they need to know what it healed look like too. So for those who are on the other side that's helping, they need to know what healed look like so they can describe it to those people that need to get to that point too. So I just wanted to say that to your point because that's you right. That's good. You cooking right there, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
No.
Because it's the iron seat at the table.
No, the thing that I carried has been guilt, right? Guilt, not being able, I was just telling someone, when we can't show up as men like we want to, like how God has laid it out for us to show up as,
Come on.
sometimes we have that guilt. I just learned the word dad guilt, recently. Trying to provide and also have presence at the same time is tough, right?
Man.
But it is if there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, I mean, we all struggle with this guilt, and we have to realize that God has given us the strength to carry what we're supposed to carry. But you ever seen somebody with a lot of baggage? You ever seen somebody going to places with all these bags? It's because first and foremost, we have to compartmentalize a lot of things to the point where, hey, everything needs some type of strategy and structure, right? And we need that. And that, I feel like if we don't take the initiative to do those things, we're going to be dragging bags for the rest of our lives. And that weight is going to always be dragging us. So if you got to give yourself grace. If you don't give yourself grace enough, and listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to minister to you right now and say this. You are worthy. You're worthy because God said you're worthy. And
More than enough.
More than enough. Because you don't have to, listen, you don't have to distribute out and you're not getting nothing back. So at the end of the day, we gotta know that we're already worthy enough and we don't have to overperform to get the love that God had already said we deserve. That's all I got.
Iron seat at the table, because, baby, they earned it. Honey, they earned it. We're going to move on to the last question, and then we're going to open it up to you guys. I want to get a good one. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I ain't asked for iron seat at the table. Okay. What part of your identity was built in self-protection rather than self-discovery? What part of your identity was built in self-protection rather than self-discovery? And I'll go first since, my panel is a little, like, what is going on? So for me, self-protection was, okay, so some of you all don't know who I am, and that's fine, right? Y'all are new people. I used to tour. It was called The Art of Transparency, right? Every third weekend, we would travel, right? And we would tour. Every third weekend, I put on a healed mask. Every third weekend. I'm healed and we healed. We going, yeah, this is who I am. I'm a healed person and I done been there and I done done that. And this is the greatest thing ever. Every third weekend. And when I tell you that ran me ragged, imagine putting on a mask every third weekend. You get to the airport, you got this mask on, you're like, yes, I'm this person, but in the inside, baby, you are so far from that person. You are so far from that person. Like so far. And everybody is depending on you. At one point, what was it? 21 for 21? 2021? 2021, I had 21 speakers. So 21 for 21, right? Baby, that was the worst year of my life. It was 21 people depending on me. And I couldn't even depend on me. That's just earned seats at the table. This is why this exists. I was not real with me, so I couldn't be real with 21 people, right? And I had to show up and fake every third weekend. Baby, that was the worst time of my life. But it was the best time of my life, right? Because I'm making, all this money every year. All the good things are happening. But Mikkita, you are not who sits on the stage every third weekend. And now you got 21 people depending on you to be you. Well, who the hell are you? Because I don't fucking know. Just being honest. Let's keep it real. I don't know. I don't know who I am. I am this person on the third weekend. When I get back home, I'm this person. When I have to deal with things, I'm that person. Girl, who the fuck are you?
I'm every woman.
Because I'm every woman. You hear me? I'm who you need me to be at this time. If you need me to be healed, I'm healed. If you need me to be the person that orchestrated this bullshit, I'm her. Because this is bullshit. Bottom line. And I'm just being totally honest. This is bullshit. And we travel every third weekend on bullshit. Because I'm bullshitting you and me. Because I don't fucking know what's going on. Because this is the earned seat at the table. And I promised myself when I came back, I would be honest. This is the earned seat at the table because, bitch, I earned it. I earned this motherfucking seat. I earned it. I've been fake. I've been unhealed. I've been unhinged. I've bled on my motherfucking friends. I've done it all. I've done it all. This table, I ain't doing it. So if you came for the unhinged, if you came for the, oh, that's Mikkita, she's great. No, bitch, I'm not. I'm not. I'm still healing. I'm still trying to figure shit out. Because that's what the earned seat at the table do. Still trying to figure shit out. That's my take on that question. And the question was, what was the question? Okay, what part of your identity was built on self-protection rather than self-discovery? My identity was built on self-protection. I'm still trying to recover from self-discovery. Because once you know who you are, once you know the truth about you, you gotta discover that shit. You gotta live in that shit. Like this is who you are. This. Hey, good, bad, indifferent. You gotta live in that shit, and that's where I'm at. But I spent a whole lot of time with self-protection because I needed to protect the world from knowing who Mikkita really was while losing Mikkita all at the same time. Yeah. The earn seat at the table.
What was the question? One more time.
What part of your identity was built in self protection rather than self discovery?
I think my protection led to the discovery.
Yeah.
I worked in corporate America I started 19 for 10 years until I was 29. And I had always dreamed, y'all heard my story about my sister and that issue with hair. And I knew hair was my freedom. I knew hair was where I can get down. Hair, when I went down to Texas, my cousin took me to the beauty supply store down there in Texas. You know, everything big in Texas. This was like a mega house beauty supply store. It was wigs on wigs, literally like that wall, wigs on wigs on wigs on wigs. And I just had never seen nothing like that from the South Side of Chicago. I'd never seen no wig department like this. So I had just, and it hyped me up on the inside because it's bigger out here, bigger than what I knew, you know. So I worked at corporate and I was just dreaming about doing hair, dreaming, y'all. So much so, catch a break in between clients. Thank you for choosing Comcast. My name is so-and-so. How can I help you? I would be in between research. Hold on, ma'am. Researching hairstyles, looking at Black Essence magazine, hype hair, just getting it all for my client that I was gonna try to get from the lunchroom. You know, I was always hustling, and it led to me. When I found out I was expecting triplets, I was like, yes, like, thank you, God, you heard my you heard me, you knew I wanted to do hair. Then I found out they was girls. I was like, yes, like, I'm finna really be doing some hair, you know. Back up. Hold on. I'm sorry, huh? Yes.
This whole side over here, when she said triplets, this whole side.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. At one time, yeah. But it was my moment. I knew that was my escape. That was my ticket. That was my corporate excuse that was everything I needed for early departure, FMLA, sitting down here structuring this, everything. Like, everything. Mentally, every day I was all the way on the north side, you all, north of Claiborne, all the way on the north side. All driving all the way south. By the time I'm hitting 95th on the curve, y'all, because of the demands of my body, I had to let the doctor know it's not safe for me to go to work no more because I'm starting to have an issue. I'm starting to be sleep deprived. Long story short, but it worked because I was sitting up there for 3 months and 2 days, y'all. She didn't give me no work. It was an issue, me and the manager. She didn't give me no work. I was using that to find out S-Corps, what's an LLC, how can I set this up, what the money looking like, how I'm going to connect to this, what's the location. So I had to hide, like, I ain't go far hiding triplets. By the time I was 4 months, I was looking like I was 8 months. But, I was trying to hide and get as much information and resources as I could, not displaying my passion, not displaying my plan, just being quiet and just praying and being fruitful, knowing that God is going to give me my day. He already gave me the announcement. My day is coming. Like, that was the joy that I had. So, I knew they was coming. I'm doing what I got to do. They get here, and the help, the nook that I thought I was going to have wasn't there. Right in COVID, the church was sending care packages, thank them, but wasn't nobody. Wasn't nobody on the other end of Pampers and Huggies. Nobody on the other end writing the messages back so I can get some help. Nobody. So when they got there 2 days being home, I knew it was gone. I already started calculating, moving this. I already saw. And who I was becoming, I had to know, like, I had to switch, like, this all I got. Hair, all I got. I got to make sure every time I do these kids' hair, they the flyest kids at school. Like, because I need it. And Captain Lock Goddess got born, like, out of hunger, out of traveling states, meeting people on the stage with celebrity hairstyle. All of this stuff happened, being hungry, already being prepared. I couldn't say it then. The corporate wasn't trying to hear a black girl trying to do some hair. I already knew they wasn't trying. You better handle these track orders and process these dispatch orders. But, they're the dream. And I use that to map out stuff. Y'all, I'm doing set work, play work. I'm doing work. I'm out here designing stuff. Hair department and I still don't feel like I'm born yet. I still don't feel like my day here yet. I still don't. So I just do what I gotta do.
and love on hard who I love on, everybody I come across. So that's my form of healing. Pass it on.
So now is the time that I am going to reintroduce my host, Miss Shantia Love Jones, honey, and she is gonna take questions from the audience, cause baby, we here. That's where we at. We gonna keep going if y'all want us to, but if y'all got questions, this is your time. This is your time to ask us questions. I want to thank y'all again for coming. Thank y'all, cause I truly appreciate y'all. I really do, and this table means so much to me. This table is mine. This is where I get to be Mikkita. No hat, right? No filter. Cause I cuss, I drink, and sometimes I take a edible. Just sometimes though. Just sometimes. Just sometimes. Just sometimes. Right? I'm sorry. I'm Dr. Mikkita L. Fuck y'all. Listen. So thank y'all for coming, right? But what y'all want to ask us? What is on your mind that I want? Okay, so let me put it out here like this. I want you to ask a question that you have been scared to say out loud. Not because somebody gonna judge. Well, maybe because somebody gonna judge you, right? But what's a question that you have always had that you have never said out loud for whatever reason, whether it was judgment or I just don't want to ask nobody this because I don't want them to make me feel stupid, whatever. Give me a question. Because I promise you we going to answer it. Because baby, I've been there, done that. I've worn a mask for years. And there are people on this panel and in this audience that knows Mikkita. And I have had conversations with these people. And they like, Mikkita, you bleeding. Baby, girl, shut this shit down. I got a person to my right now. Real talk. It's a person to my right that she told me flat out, shut this shit down because you bleeding on me. And I was like, no, bitch, you bleeding on me. And I can't take no more of this bullshit. Like, stop. Right? And I appreciate her for it. Right? Because she could have kept going with the bullshit. She could have kept going. She, and there's somebody else in the audience, in the back row. They are the reason why I had to shut shit down. Because I was bleeding on people. So I want to take your comments. I want to take your questions because you might think that you're good, but you might be bleeding on people because you are not healed. And you don't even know you bleeding on them. And there's nobody in your circle that's saying, bitch, you bleeding on me. So I'm taking your questions. Come on. Don't. It's 7 of us in this room. Get your ass up. Come on.
So can I
Come on.
say something? First of all, I want us to pause for a minute. We just had 9 people open up, unravel. Sometimes these thoughts and these ideas are re-triggering, even when you think you've healed. And I want us to honor them. I like for us to clap for them, for sharing. We have to thank people for sharing and for opening up because let's be clear, people don't have to do anything. We expect them, we want them to, but people don't have to do anything. They don't know you, they don't know where you're coming from, they don't know who you might know, because we know that 6 degrees of separation is now 0.7. And they're opening up 0.7, not even a 1. You know somebody, I know somebody you know. It's not even a question anymore. So they don't know and they're trusting you. So I am so grateful for you all unraveling. It's hard to unravel. And so, like Mikkita said, if you have a question that you've always wondered about, we all fight things that we can't tell nobody about, or we think we can't tell anyone about because of fear of being judged, ridiculed. I told you so. I knew that. I've been waiting on that. Because a lot of people are waiting on a downfall. We have a pregunta. I'm trying to learn Spanish, y'all. So pregunta's question is, I want to be fluent by 2027. Come on now. Yes, gorgeous. Can you stand?
Okay.
And, and if you can please state your name and then state your question for the panelists, that would be wonderful.
Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah, man, it's so beautiful. I am, to say, Dr. Tiana Cooper.
Because you are.
And I have several questions, but I'm running out of time and I'm going to have to slip out, so I'm going to apologize in advance. But I think what I would like to know, because we focus a lot about, you know, your personal journeys and lived experience, which I honor, but I would like to know, how do you know when you're actually healing versus simply becoming more functional in your pain?
I'm gonna tackle that one. So how I knew I was actually healing, I had to let a lot of people go that I thought I was gonna take to the moon with me. So when God started shedding a lot of skin and a lot of weight, it dropped off a lot of people that I thought I was locked in with. And so once they left and I was not moved, because I'm too are a people pleaser. I will take it all the way to the end. I'm a Taurus. I'm gonna love you to death and beyond. I don't know how to let go. So when God took those people from me, because I was living with separation anxiety. I didn't like for people to leave, quit me, go do anything, because I'm gonna chase you down and, you know, do the most. But now that I'm healed, I don't do that. If God says the door needs to be open and they need to go and let the door knob hit them, guess what I'm finna do? Slam it. I don't have that issue anymore. So I feel like when I knew I was healed once, I was able to let people go, and I damn near had a funeral, and they was still walking around.
Hear me?
I was at the repast picking it.
So,
Let me get. Can I get this?
Go, come on.
Hey, Dr. Tiana. Hey, Dr. Tiana. Hey, I know definitely when you're healed, no triggers affect you. You don't have no more triggers. There's no triggers anymore, and you're moving differently. You're definitely moving differently. To know that you're healed. You're praying more. You living in God's prayer. You living in God's will, His way. And like I say, when those same people that did these things to you, it don't affect you. You look at them differently. And sometimes they do move away from your life, but when they come back into your life, it don't affect you anymore. It don't affect you anymore. So that's how I see being healed.
I absolutely agree with that, because how I know that I'm healing, because, you know, it's still some stuff going on. But how do I know that I'm healing? It's because your actions don't affect my reaction. I don't have to react to you. I don't have to. For what? Because when I react to you, that means that you still affecting me. I don't have no reaction for you, baby. So that's my healing. I don't have no reaction for you. The moment that I need to react lets me know that I'm still, you still have a cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? And still, I'm still processing. But the minute you could do something, and I'll be like, la la la, you're done. So that's how I know.
in the physical form, you will start to feel a little lighter. So even if you're trying to fake it or like, it's still going to be heavy. Once you start to feel lighter, you will start to see a glow. And like you said, it's not gonna bother you. People can say little things and you can like you wouldn't even notice that somebody took a dig at you. When you are fully healed, it feel like after you took just the best number two, you just good. You took a shower. You are gonna feel lighter because even when you're faking it, even with being faking things, it's still straining and it's still heavy. You're no longer gonna feel heavy. Nothing like I said, if you can still react to things because you're still conscious and you know it means thing when you're here, people have been saying stuff and you won't even catch on to it. You're like, wait, what? Somebody gonna have to tell you. And the minute they get ready to tell you, you gonna be like, I don't even care. If they feel that way, okay. I hope they feel better. And you're gonna move on. I'm gonna pray for them later on. And it's not gonna bother you. You're not gonna address it. It's not gonna weigh on you. You're just gonna be like you on cloud nine. Like you would say you had some edibles and some good tequila. It's just gonna be like, huh, yeah, whatever. But when you faking it, you're still a feel it because it's still something internal. You're gonna feel it in your stomach. So even if it's only physical, like, oh yeah, yeah, but if you're faking it, it's still gonna have your stomach turned all upside down.
Yes. Come on.
I mean, and just to add to that, also you will see what unhealed light in them. So when they are there taking that shot at you, it will have you. You will take 5, 10 seconds to yourself and say, "I'm not where they are still. They are still in 2022, 2019, whatever year that was that they are still holding on to, and you've moved past. You've accomplished so much, and you're just living in the now, and you're worried about the next 6 months, not the last 6 years. And you will see that, and you will just go, "That's what unhealed look like. I don't look like that. Clearly, I'm good. I'm good now."
I'm just gonna ask my second question because I gotta get out of here.
Come on.
Do I have to stand up again?
No, you stand. No, we right here.
Okay. So as a behavioral health professional for 28 years and a therapist for 20 and now an administrator, I do want to ask for those of you, especially those of you that are on this panel that speak publicly about mental health, what do you see as your ethical limits in your role, and what point do you encourage people to seek clinical care?
Say it one more time.
What do you see as your ethical limits in your role as individuals who publicly speak about mental health? And at what point do you encourage someone to seek clinical care past lived experiences and past personal triumph stories, if you will? Does that make sense?
So for me, I believe in therapy. Like therapy is number one for me. Like go to therapy. Yes, I am very religious. Yes, I believe in God. All the good things. But God made therapy. Go. Go to therapy because at the end of the day, I just feel like therapy is what's going to really turn this around for you. Like so for me, it's day one. You not healed, you feeling away? Girl, go to therapy. Guy, go to therapy. It's therapy is number one for me. Even with my religiousness and all of the good, go to therapy. Talk about it with somebody that can understand outside of me. Cause girl, go to therapy.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tap in because I'm a hairstylist. And I feel like being a hairstylist, I'm a therapist, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm an advisor, I'm the mama, I'm the daddy, I'm the baby daddy, I'm the baby mama. I'm a lot of things. So when my people sit in my chair, I try to set the tone and I let them dump and I let them speak their piece because I feel like coming to my chair is it's supposed to be about relaxation. You know, I have an environment. I'm in a private suite, so I allow my clients to have that time. I don't allow phone calls and extra guests and all that because I want them to be able to have that time if they need that time to dump. And if it gets to a point where our casual salon conversation and me, you know, get your shit together, or, you know, because my clients come to me for that. They just get their hair done on the side. Um, but when they get to a point where I feel like I can't break ground with them, where it's, you can feel the wall when you talking to somebody. You can feel when they don't want help. You can feel when they just want to have a pity party. You can feel a lot of it. I do. I'm an empath, so I feel when people want to talk, when they want to release, when they want help, when they want, you know, a lot of things. So once I get to that point where I feel like me giving you a relaxing environment, you know, a time to speak, a shot if you need to, you know, if I get you to a point where I feel like none of that is effective, then I'm gonna go ahead and say, look, you need to go seek some therapy. But a lot of people just want to be heard. They want somebody to listen to them. They want somebody to, you know, allow them to, you know, have their say in a non-judgmental way. So I set the tone for my clients to be able to have that time. And once I feel like, you know, if I feel like there's a wall and I can't get through to them, because you know when you can get through to somebody. If I feel like the wall is there and I can't get through to them, then I'm gonna, you know, tell them to go seek professional help. But I am an advocate for therapy. But at the end of the day, if a person is not, you can go sit in on a couch for 16 hours and waste them people's time and still not be healed. You have to want to be healed. That starts in your head. It don't start on nobody else's couch. Because I could tell that white person, I had a white therapist. She couldn't relate to nothing I was going through. And I dumped on that lady. She looked at me weird and was like, do you guys go through that? Like, yeah, bitch, that's why I'm here. So it's like, you know, a lot of people just be really needing somebody to talk to and not feel like they're going to be judged. And that's the type of space I create for my clients. So a lot of them really don't go to therapy because they consider me their therapist. Here's why I call myself Coach K.
I want to make sure that we're capturing your question in the best way possible. Can you read that last line? Because I want to make sure that I answer it. Yeah.
So basically, I was saying, what do you feel like your ethical limits are in your role as an advocate for mental health? And what point do you encourage someone to seek clinical care? And before you answer, I just want to clarify that there is a huge difference between mental health wellness and mental health. A person sitting in your chair doesn't negate any of that. But a person who is clinically depressed, a person with multiple personalities, a person with suicidal ideation, a person with, that's not going to do the work, right? So there are levels, right, to mental health and mental wellness. So I want to make sure that I'm clear about that. And that's why I want to know at what point does your lived experience expire and it becomes the role of somebody clinical? Because also finding a mental health professional is like we find anything else, right? Partners, you have to sometimes, you can't stop at the first mental health professional you find. You have to find somebody who can meet you where you are, regardless of race, background, ethnicity, or whatever the case may be. But I want to make sure, and again, I want to be disrespectful or push back, but as a mental health professional, I have to make sure that ethically, right, that I'm making sure that, because we have people here, that we're giving a landscape, a full groundwork of what mental health means, the role that we each play, and how far we can go in acknowledging our limitations. So I just want to say that before you answer.
Yeah, no, that's why I asked that question again, so we can make sure that as individuals, I'm not a licensed therapist, right? We have to understand what our limitations are, right? And so we have to understand that we may not have the tools to give someone. And at the end of the day, when you are at a place where you're at your wit's end and you are at the capacity where you feel like this is something that you can't handle, you suggest licensed therapists, psychiatrists, because I know sometimes we feel like we can conquer everything, we can help everybody in the capacity that they need to be helped. So I think anytime events are happening, we should have a licensed therapist there, a licensed clinical, any individual, so we can give, because we don't have all the information, we don't have all the tools. We've been navigating this journey on our own, but also with some help too as well. But we got to know when the capacity is full, where we can't give that information. I think that's very imperative to have the right people in the right room, or send them to. If you don't have the information, don't give nobody no bad advice. Don't send nobody off. You know what I'm saying? Because you may not have the tools, and you have the tools. Any other therapists in here, they have the tools. So when you're at a point where you reach the ceiling with that person, make recommendations at that point.
Therapy looks different. I just want to make sure that's clear. I'm not just talking about traditional therapy. There are holistic therapies. There are recovery coaches. There are peer support coaches. There are levels depending on what your need is. I'm just saying that I just want to make sure that we are serving our communities responsibly and we're being accountable for how we show up in these spaces for especially people that look like us, right? Because I do believe that we bear a responsibility. So I appreciate you asking the question again and again. I hope nobody is offended or disrespected. I just want to make sure that we are, you know what I'm saying? Because I do believe in lived experience. I believe that we are the experts in our lives, especially when we go to these therapists. We know more about what's going on with ourselves than they do. They're just getting the first-hand introduction of us. But I do want to make sure that we are taking our time and we are encouraging people to get what they need. If it stops at the salon chair, then so be it, right? But if it's more and it becomes something else, because the last thing we want to do is be responsible for somebody committing suicide, somebody harming or hurting someone, or you follow what I'm saying? And when you don't know, because we talked about this before, mental health is what's happening inside, not always what we're communicating. So if we don't have the tools to be able to see and identify signs, identify, you know what I'm saying, those things. We know a lot of people kill themselves. We see them every day, smiles on their faces. We missed it, right? And a lot of them usually cry for help. We just miss it because we're looking for certain things, or we're saying, oh, because they didn't talk to me about that, or I never wouldn't imagine. It's so many families that I've dealt with who missed the signs, who were present, who were there, who showed love. They love their people, and so again, y'all. I'm very passionate about this. I've been doing it for the.
And we thank you for absolutely. We definitely thank you. We definitely thank you. And as a licensed professional as well, those are classes that we continue to take. We have to take continuing education classes for domestic violence and all of those other things, mental health and all of those things. So it's not that we don't have the wherewithal or the know-how. We're trained as licensed professionals in the state of Illinois to point out those things and to send people to the proper professionals to get the help. But in the black community, let's just be real. Nobody black is running to a therapist. We run to Facebook, we run to Instagram, run to TikTok first.
But we have the opportunity to change the narrative.
We
I
do.
believe that that's what this
We
is
do.
about, right?
We do.
And so the Earn Seat at the Table was built because of that. Let me be very clear. The Earn Seat at the Table was built because we don't talk about mental health in our community. Black, brown, indifferent. We don't talk about mental health. We talk about, oh, you depressed girl, get over it, put it under the rug. So we don't really talk about mental health. And we don't talk about our feelings. And so that's why I built this table, because I want to talk about mental health and how that interrupts or affects all of our beings, right? My mental health affected my entrepreneurial journey, period, right? Because I wasn't in a space of health. In that case, I bled on people that was there for me, right? Because I wasn't in a space of being healthy. I don't ever want this space, right? The Earn Seat at the Table is not built because we are all, in lack of a better term, we are all healed. This is a journey. This is an everyday journey. Every day that you wake up, you have to say, I'm going to have a good day. Every day, right? Because in any capacity, that day can be jacked up because your ass had a flat tire. A boob, like, at any given day, Like, real talk. I have a garage, so thank God they can't come get my shit out the garage, but any given day, right? I got a car note that I haven't had a car note in 7 years. Now I got a car note. What the hell? So now y'all want $500 and what dollars a month? A lot.
Doctor, I wanted to answer your question, if I could, just real quick.
Yeah.
When it came to at what point do you draw the line? My sister, I got heard me talk about it. I didn't know what was going on when I did her whole head of micro braids, and y'all, it was fierce, and she didn't like it. I'm 13, I didn't understand. Well, she tripping. We go on, and this is my blood sister. I put a relaxer in her head, and she gets to telling me how much it's not enough. I didn't do it right. And I knew something wasn't right at that moment with my sister when she walked out the salon with relaxer in her hair. Mentally, like, what's going on? Like this, and walked home. So you know she was burning. You know it was fried by the time she got home, blisters and all. Was that for me caused, okay, it's bigger than something ain't right. We went through a lot of rounds of help. It was not a lot of help in Cook County. We had to set out and find help in DuPage. Bipolar and schizophrenia was the diagnosis. There was nothing that, calling a hotline or even the number that they do give us for CEUs was going to have. And I found this out through hair care. Like, this just is totally abnormal. So when it became an all hands on deck, family calling people, behavioral health, when I was sitting up there at that job looking at stuff, that was one of the things I was doing too, looking for behavioral health therapists to find out how we can, and it was very hard. Thankfully in another county, DuPage is where we were able to find help, but for Black people, where was the catalog? Why couldn't I go down to my local community center and find something? It was so hard to get her through health psychiatry, so hard to finally get her in a place where she can get some support and care that she needs. I mean, when I say long, 4 years, you all? 4 years? That was her diagnosis got worse. My parents looked like zombies, when I'm going over there because of the uncertainties in the episodes that she was having, the hallucinations, the things that she was having, and nobody had a phone number to call. So I was always checking in Wednesdays, pulling up, what's going on. When I pulled down the street and I see my whole house, there's cop cars and ambulances because she had an episode, that was it for me. Mama and Daddy deserve to live a quality life. We got to figure this one out. So it was hard, but thankfully it was people that cared along the way that gave that support for her.
I just want to say I appreciate all of you all. I have to get out of here. Let me tell you something. We are, even though I'm in the system, we are the answers to our own problems. And this is the reason why we're here, so that when families go through what they're going through, they don't have to wait 4 years while they're in crisis to deal with situations when there are people that are qualified, knowledgeable on all levels, right? And I also want to say the reason why I got out of it is because it got to a place where carrying other people's thing became too much for me. So mental health, the people that provide services also deal with mental health. Like you all said, it's a day-to-day thing, right? But I'm going to close, and I'm going to just end with this. Y'all just have to know that even while we're providing mental health and making sure we're okay, we're also responsible for creating those communities and making sure that the communities are accountable and responsible for our loved ones.
We gotta bring that village back.
Absolutely.
We gotta bring
and
the
I
village
love y'all.
back.
I love
I
you.
love you.
And I'm glad I could be here. I had such a good time. Hey,
Thank
I will.
you. Thank you for that
So,
wonderful insight. Thank you for that wonderful insight. This is why it's so important that you not only attend, but you bring a person next time, because you never know what someone is going through. We don't always say it. We don't always look like it. Like Mikkita said, we could post on social media all the time. How many times have we seen our stars going through things and later on they come back and say, hey, this is what I was going through. I was being hit. I was being verbally abused and all these things. And it's okay. It's okay. Don't allow anyone to tell you what you should not feel. I think that's my number one pet peeve. When you tell somebody and they go, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. I'm sorry. How you gonna tell me how I'm supposed to feel? Because we have different experiences, we have different upbringings, we have different pasts, and our perceptions are different. What might not hurt you, that doesn't mean it didn't hurt me. That was offensive to me. I didn't like that. And I think sometimes we heal based on how somebody else healing looks. Healing looks different for all of us. And I want you to give yourself that grace to be like, hey, it's amazing to be me. I'm amazing the way I am. It doesn't have to look like that. It doesn't have to sound like that. How does it look and sound and feel to you? Does it feel safe? Is this space safe for me? And I know that sometimes it's a little difficult when it's the first time, but if you have a question, we still have some time.
You got a question, girl?
Yes, I love it.
This the same person that sat back in her seat. Y'all remember that earlier? She sat back in that seat like
she was
y'all
ready.
ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for what I got to say.
Like I said, she got 3 in the possible.
Yes, I love it. And just to let the panelists know, I have water for you. So once I hand her the mic, I'm gonna bring you all some water.
Okay. Thank you.
I just want to say, one, I appreciate and thank each and every one of you for coming on the panel and sharing your stories. That is amazing. For you, Miss Moore.
Oh, don't make me cuss.
I want you to, for your question, because your question was to people. Um, in your mind, you're trying to figure out if you're worthy enough for them. Mm-hmm. I want you to rephrase that to, are they worthy enough for Dr. Moore?
You hear me?
Okay.
I got you.
So that's that. The thought process, as I'm listening to everybody talk and the therapist and all that, healing is a continual journey. Literally, the therapists need therapists. Like, we literally have to, and I appreciate these conversations, and I just think it's amazing. Literally.
Thank you.
So keep doing this for sure. So my question is, how do you know when you need to ask for help, or you feel burned out, when you just know you're like getting to your wits end, like, hey, this is just too much? And who do you typically reach out to?
Ooh, that's good.
So my burnouts.
Yeah, cause I gotta think about that.
I'm currently at a burnout. I have done so much and have capped out at so much when it comes to my industry and what I've been involved in, to the point where I don't know what else to do. So, not saying that now I'm I'm a panelist. No, I was just burnt out just from showing up, performing. Because not only am I a hairstylist, I'm a competitor. Like, I compete. I've done it all, literally, trying to prove to myself that I am who I am, and to show the world I am who I am. And that has literally burnt me out to the point where I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else I should be. I've been everything, and I'm still everything. And it's like, that's still not what I want to do. And I have opportunities to do and be other things, and I'm just so, I'm burnt. I'm really at a point of, I don't know where I should be right now. And I'm just being honest. I'm still doing everything that I've been doing, but it's not, I don't feel like it's everything that I need to be doing. So I do feel the burnout. And when I feel that, I just have to retreat. I have to get out of the noise, the chaos. I have to get away from a lot of people so that I can think straight for myself, because long as I'm somewhere doing something, I can't think. So I have to retreat. I have to, bring myself back to my own self and pray.
Yeah.
And God does. I don't want to sound too preachy, but He does. He responds. When you slow down and you really see God, He responds. And when I say the response be like right on time, He be right on time. I don't never complain, but the burnouts are real. I'm currently going through one. I have prayed, but I have not really sat in prayer, because I'm almost scared what God gonna do.
That's big, Kanish. That's big. That. Ooh, I guess I can piggyback on that and say, I'm in a burnout right now. I'm in a burnout. Um, Trying to make sure that the earned seat at the table is seen, right? Um, Let me be very clear when I say this is not something that I woke up one morning and I was like, oh, we gonna do an earned seat at the First of all, it wasn't even called the earned seat at the table when I made this, but it was, what was it? A seat at the table. It was a seat at the table, right? And I had the vision so clear in my brain, right? And I would go to sleep and I would see it over and over and over again, where people needed to be seated at the table to tell their story. And there are people in this room right now that can attest to it's always been about the story. It's always been about the story. Touring, it's always been about the story. But this is different for me. This is different, and I want it to be seen, and I want it to be heard, and I want it to be truth. I don't want to wear the mask anymore. I don't want to figure it out when I get there, right? So for me, it's about the story, but it's about the truth. Just live in you, right? Like live and be you. And in that I think there's in the truth, living in your testimony, living in your real person, I think there's freedom. And that's why I'm here. It's freedom.
Girl, I'm tired. I'm tired as hell. I told somebody the other day, I was being completely honest with them. I said, as much as I smile, as much as I'm on social media singing, I'm tired. I am tired, and I can't go to nobody when I'm burnt out. You can't go to your mother because your mother is burnt out. Like, yeah, you can go to God and you can talk to God, but there is no other person for me to slow down. I can't slow down. I got a son that's autistic. I got a 5-year-old daughter. I'm having crash outs over here. I'm tired. There's nobody to turn to when I'm burned out. So I'm running on fumes and I'm smiling and I'm getting it done and I'm working on chaos. I'm working through chaos every day. I'm functioning. It's cool. It's cool because I'm getting it done. There's ain't no daddies there. I'm paying all my bills by myself. Car note. I'm doing. You see my social media. I'm doing it all and everything. I'm dead ass tired. I'm tired and I ain't got nobody to go to. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
So I have learned to not get to the point of burning out. I used to burn out, but now I know when I start to get overwhelmed that I have come with like something of self care because again everybody have their own thing going on. Self care.
Because I'm wondering how you not get to the burnout part.
So what you have to do is
how do you get to that point of not burning
because
out?
is it one of those things where you have to have boundaries with yourself?
You have to know.
You have to
know what's your burnout, so you have to know what to do before you get there. So sometimes we already know when we're doing something that we're planning something. We're planning our burnout. You know, we we keep stuff together that we already know we're going to be burned out before we do it. That's why you ain't got to give me a reason not to go somewhere. If somebody say before, okay, that's fine. And then I have my friends in the crowd. So before if I start to feel overwhelmed, I do have them. Okay, let's go. Cooper Hawk. Y'all ready to go somewhere? Let's go. Let's go get some appetizers. Texas. Let's go on a trip. Let's go to a winery. Let's just do something. Go to the park. Go to the park and the beach. Let's pretend. Go to the beach. But you have to know what you want before you get burnt out. You can't keep getting burnt out because that's when you have the moments of that you're out.
I love that. That is so key. And I was gonna mention, you gotta find a release. You gotta find what your release is. Do you work out? Do you go to yoga? Do you write? Do you journal? Do you run up the incline? You know what I mean? What do you do for you? Because we take all these things in and be like, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine. No, that's like pulling back that arrow with that bow and arrow. You keep applying that pressure, you keep applying that pressure. What's gonna happen when it releases? It's gonna be a catastrophe. So make sure that you try to find yourself a release. And something else, because I'm in education, there's something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And that is one of my favorite pyramids because it explains why humans are the way we are. At the very base level, food, clothing, shelter. If any of those are in jeopardy, we are not focused on any other level. Not love and belonging, not community, none of that, because we're worried about food, clothing, and shelter. And that's not just so you can internalize that for yourself, but so that you can sometimes give grace to other people. Well, I know what he going through, but I mean, he ain't got to, well, he might be thinking about where he gonna live, what he gonna eat, and what type of clothes you have to put on. So no, he ain't thinking about loving you. No, she ain't thinking about loving you. They can't get to the pinnacle. And then when I was studying, I'm not gonna date myself, but only 1% of the world reaches the pinnacle. That's the very top of the pyramid. So we all going through something trying to figure it out as we climb that. I do want you to say your name, love, because you didn't say your name, just for the record. Did you say it?
No.
Okay, I want you to say your name, and then I want you to pass the mic to this beautiful queen so she can ask her
I
question.
want to answer a question before you pass it on, though. Also, you spoke to the release thing. That's what I was saying in the beginning about expression. Being able to express yourself and not suppress it. And if you are suppressing anything, you need to be able to release it. I host out a platform, open mic, if you must, for artists, and I opened it up for people to, not just artists, to come and be able to get on the microphone, speak their piece, anything. And for those who are afraid to speak in front of an audience, when our platform is over, we have a little community where we sit in a little, I call it, when I was educating, we call it like a little peer circle. Yeah, where we sit and we just hand out all that frustration, you know, because most of the time it's just being able to tell somebody your story, and not necessarily they judge you or anything. They just sit and listen. Because back in the day, I'm not going to take my age either, but when we had communities, venting mean just sit there and lend your ear. No advice, no judgment, no nothing, just sitting here. And that's all we really needed to do. A lot of us just need to be heard. That's it. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Lashonda. Sorry, you guys, I didn't say that. They're gonna pass this. Hello, everybody.
My time.
So my name is Rocher, and y'all changed my question like 1,000 times. So really, I don't have much of a question. So I'm really just gonna kind of give encouragement. As somebody who has been emotionally depleted, I did not learn until in my 50s that I was such an empath and how to love myself beyond the surface. And you have to get to a place where you truly understand what that means. And for each person that is emotionally depleted, please, please, please look into your empathic self, because that is where the answer lies. We try to fix so many things in so many people, and we become more and more broken. And I have learned that I am no longer doing that. I used to run my own summer camps. If the right people were in the right place, the takeovers will probably not be going on. My summer camps were taking our neighborhoods back. I had a whole curriculum, And at the end of that culminating activity, I would be so burned out, and people would be like, "Oh, encore, do another one, do another one." And I would go home and I would get up under the bed for weeks, and I was so mad because people didn't understand, and I did it to myself. So get to a place, because you have your families, you have your children, you have people who love and care about you, and so you have to. This is what I learned. I learned to stop giving people what they needed, but what I had to give. And I just encourage you guys to do the same.
Thank you.
I love that.
I love that. I love that. And I'm an empath as well. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I have literally learned that when I'm approaching my capacity level, I got to get out the way. I literally get overstimulated now. Dance fitness instructor, motivational speaker, published author, people, and everybody sees all this. But then the moment I say, I got to go for me, she acting funny. And guess what? I am. And is. And now, when you make it to a point that you don't care, but you have to be so in tune with yourself, especially as an empath, because they will keep it, because your energy says, I'm here. Your energy says, I'm safe. Your energy says, talk to me. I'm here for you, because that's who you are. You don't have to open your mouth. But if you don't shut it off, if you don't drive a capacity, they won't stop. And so you have to say, I'm not talking after 10. I'm driving home from work today. It's quiet. Somebody calling you. Yeah, I can't do it. And
I didn't know what D&D was.
Come on.
I love it.
Yeah, you can put people on that bad boy.
I didn't, because I'm so nosy. Yeah. I don't never want to cut off myself from nobody trying to call and tell me nothing.
Yeah, that D&D. Tell them about it.
D&D is all good. Yeah. Yeah. I know how to not answer my phone. No, I know how to not answer my phone.
And I challenge my scholars and my son, and sometimes we just go, look, we're just no tech. I don't even have a TV because it's overstimulation. I talk all day, I type all day, I'm talking to scholars, I'm talking to people. I don't need that right now. So find out what your thing is, what your capacity. That might look different for you. But even my son, 17, y'all, he's 6'4", that's my baby. I had to say something because you know I'm on camera. I love you, son. And so 6'4", 17, and sometimes I'm just like, we're not doing that at the table. We're not going to do that. We're going to find some balance. We're going to have some communication. We're going to actually talk. Stop texting me in these little, what are you writing? Y'all know they texting those little shorthand about RN, right, going, what? Talk to me. Full communication. And so set those boundaries, set your capacity, and start to ask, how can I recognize when I'm getting that way? Recognize what's happening. Am I getting anxious? I feel a little anxious right now. I can't stop moving. I'm pacing. I'm getting short with people. You know what I mean? Just start to recognize those things, because that's what I was doing, and it wasn't fair to people. Like Mikkita said earlier, I was bleeding on people, and I had the full capacity to stop bleeding. So, yes. Thank you so much. Your comments, your questions, you all have been amazing. We should be, let's see how many MC. We should be now in about 3 to 5 minutes, or approaching that time, if I'm, thinking correctly. So I want to say thank you. Are there any final quick questions? We have a final quick one. I'm gonna run up here just because you closer to Mikkita, okay? Then I can get down. Y'all, I had to take those heels off, y'all. I was 6'1" walking around here, proud, but.
My name's Alana, and my quick question was, how do you forgive people without losing yourself?
Well,
girl, that wasn't quick. That is not quick.
How you don't lose yourself without? How do you forgive without losing yourself?
How do you forgive without losing yourself?
Well, you will definitely lose yourself if you don't forgive.
Yeah.
I'll just say that, and I'm gonna drop the mic.
Mikkita?
Let me say this: the forgiving, that's more for you. It's not for the other person. It's for you. So you got to learn to forgive so you can be able to get through it.
I agree, and I learned to be okay with the apologies that I would never get from people.
That's what I was about to say.
And you have to be okay
That
with
part.
that, and be willing to know if you're gonna move on from that without the apology. Move on from that. You can't keep holding it.
That was my thing. Sometimes we have to forgive within us, not for them, right? Because they're not gonna give us an apology because they never thought they were wrong. They're not giving us no apology. So it's up to us to say, you know what? It happened. I played a role in it. And I didn't ask this question in the beginning, and I normally do. Accountability. Take accountability in the part that you played, right? And move on. Because at the end of the day, when somebody treats you wrong, when somebody does something to you, you played a part in that. You played a part in it because you accepted what they gave you. You allowed them to treat you or talk to you or be in your life in that capacity, right? You played that part. Accept your accountability in that and move on. Because the apology will never be enough. Know that. The apology will never be enough. Because once they apologize, now you're wondering, well, why did you do that? Are you sincere? Doesn't matter. You did what you did, you said what you said, and we're going to move on. You did what you... It is what it is, right? So, to your question, I want you to know it's not about them. It's you. Take control. They living their life. And you stuck. Move on.
I love that question. Can I just add to that? All of that is facts. If the person who did me wrong, I brought it to their attention, called them out. They ghosted, bopped it around like they didn't even say nothing. I'm sitting up here like I know I got the receipt, the timestamp, all that, right? And when they gone to glory now. And I told them, I at least had peace that I did everything they said. I said what I said. I know what it is. I owned up my part in it. I gave you a chance to get it right. I moved on. I don't know where you at, but I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And it's no more. Like, we can't even go back. It's time. It's gone. Get off your heart. Get off your heart. Get off your heart.
Yeah.
I love that.
What's the next? Who else had a question?
Yes.
One last question. I thank y'all for coming.
Hi, my name is Monica. I just really more so had a comment as opposed to a question. I want to thank all y'all up here because I got something out of each and every one of y'all. I met you before at Club Lavu with Marlon and Sakum and all them. You, oh girl, I was waiting for the waterworks because how you talked about loving on, that's what I need to do. Sister girl, Dr. Mikkita, you went there with me about the men, like it's like that for me. Like I tell my friends, I think my pickup broken. So now I just had to remove somebody out of my house, and like you said about the separation, holding on. I had to just let them go because I know my worth, and I know you ain't serving me no type of services being done for me, but you me here. So I had to just let them go, and then you just took me there too when you talked about when you was 14 and 16 and had children early. And they said stuff about me because I was young, but I had an abortion at 15. And that messes with me just now to this day because I never had kids. So I had like the what ifs. You know what I mean? And then this couple right here, y'all couple goals, y'all, I love y'all. Whoa. Miss Cat. So I work I have 2 jobs. In both of my jobs, I work with people in mental health. But my part-time job is my favorite one because I'm a peer mentor at Envision Unlimited. We have a place called the Living Room. It's in, I can give you the information, and they have a therapist as well as a clinical person that your sister can talk to, and it's free of charge. They don't charge you anything. You can come from wherever, but I can give you the information about that. And so, yeah, just when I saw this, when I met you and we talked, when we had our little ceremony June the 6th, and when I saw what this panel was about, I was like, I need to be here because I too am in therapy. I too got some growing, some healing. all type of stuff I need going on. So it's best for me to be single because I got to love me before I can share this love with anybody else. So I thank y'all for this. And when the next one come, I plan on getting me a seat at that table.
Come on with a seat at
that table.
Clap it up, everyone, for you, your questions, for facing truths. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want to say one last thing before I introduce the queen of the hour, the moment, the experience.
Wait. Somebody just told me we got one more person that want to say something.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh,
okay.
I'm coming.
She coming.
I'm getting my steps in, y'all.
Yes, she is, honey.
That's what I'm doing.
She might not call me later. I'm finna go to the gym.
Yeah, and I will.
And you should. Thank you, boo. Say your name. Hey, y'all. My name is Leah.
Hey, Leah.
First, I just want to say thank you guys for actually having this event. This is a phenomenal time that has been had. I think I'm like the youngest person here, actually.
Don't worry about your age, baby. We here.
But
we here now.
My question to you guys is, it's not really a really quick question, but it's something that y'all can work with. So what do you tell somebody who is so used to doing everything themselves because throughout their life they've worked through chaos and all they've had to do is rely on themselves, because every single time that they look to the next person who they think is their support system, whether that's be friends, family, lover, whoever it is, you know, but you just get so disappointed every time that you reach your hand out and you receive nothing back but backs turned, wasted time, disappointment. What do you tell that person who's so goal-driven, loving, and that's you get drained from just pouring yourself out
Stop
day in and day out?
expecting you from other people.
Period. You can't
Once you
expect
stop
you.
expecting you,
Come on.
it's only one you. God only made one you.
Uh-huh.
And I had to learn it. With all of my qualities, I felt the same way you felt. I never had a me. So once you stop expecting you from other people, you won't be disappointed. You have to know where everybody that's in your life, you have to know what they're capable of and expect just that. You can't expect for somebody to love you that don't know what love is. You can't expect for somebody to show you financial stability when they don't even have any money. Like you have to you have to meet people where they are and not expect you in them.
2 seconds. You reaching out to the wrong people. Your biggest supporters are people you don't even know. That's it. Know that. Stop reaching to people that they in the struggle right with you, baby. Go reach somewhere else. Go to other rooms. Go to people that got degrees that you don't have. Those are gonna be the people that you need.
I just want to tell you, you are only you. And you can't expect you out of them. I'm just being honest. It hurts, right? Because I've been here. I've done that. I've been there. And that's why this table is here. Because we have reached, we have been, we have done. In our village, sat back and watched us do. Our village sat back and was like, oh, she got it. She got it. No, I don't. The fuck? I'm sorry, and I curse. I fucking don't have it, and I don't know where the fuck to get it from. I need fucking help. And I'm tired. I'm tired of raising these fucking kids that I done had since I was, 14 years old? I'm tired. I'm fucking tired of coming to your fucking rescue and you can't come to mine. I'm tired. I'm tired. But guess what? There's a little God that I serve. Baby, there's a God that I serve that serves me like no other. He has never failed me yet. And I don't think that he will. I failed him many times. Okay? Let's be clear. But he made me. So he already knew I was going to fail him.
Yep, he already know.
He already
it's
knew.
coming.
Right? He was like, Mikkita, her ass ain't no She ain't on shit. She curse a lot. She drink. Her ass ain't on shit. But she love me though. So I'ma love her too. But she ain't about shit. Love people that love on you. And don't change who you are because of them.
In addition to that, you say you in the chaos. If you always in the chaos, you gotta know your levels and you gotta make your energy. I be hearing people say this, match energy. That's childish. No, you don't match no energy. You keep your energy, whatever energy in the room. If it don't feel right, remove yourself. You know, keep your energy as strong as you can keep it. And if you know your limits, you don't have to worry about that. And then you go look for those that will support you. They are gonna gravitate to you. Those that will support you. If you put it out there, they're gonna come to you.
And I will say, if you are someone who encounters someone like that, who's used to being Superman or Superwoman, reassurance is very, very key. I married a woman who would try to move a tugboat with a bicycle chain on her own if left up to her. But you have to come and say, no, I got it. You don't have to worry about cooking tonight. I got it. I do the laundry. I got it.
We already said y'all was, you know what I'm saying? Like the power couple. Don't.
So
you rubbing it in. Like you just rubbing it in right now.
So we have a 15-year-old daughter who has an autism diagnosis. Look, don't worry about it. When they're going through their moments, I tell Sunshine, don't worry about it. I got it. I'm here. And that's fine. And so her friends that are here, that's when they get the text message, girl, let's run his Cooper Hawk account up. And we go crazy over there. Yeah.
Here they go again.
So
we is gonna cut this out, but ain't nobody told y'all to be careful, go. Okay. Listen, I want to thank you for your question because it really brought it out, right?
Yes.
But I want to leave you with this, even with the jokes and all of the great things. Be you, whatever that looks like. And don't worry about what they got going on because your blessing is not tied to them. You gonna get your blessing regardless. What's meant for you will not miss you. Don't worry about them. And I get it, but don't change who you are because of somebody else. And I'm that's where I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Don't change who you are because of them. I don't get it. I don't get the same reciprocation. That's fine. But God made you who you are. He's going to bless you in your space. I promise you. Even with the cursing and all of that, trust me, God will bless you. Because, baby, He ain't never stopped loving on me. What's meant for you will never miss you. Don't worry about that. Keep doing you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I love that, Mikkita.
Yeah.
Oftentimes we think that love, when we say it's not going to miss us, is going to come from the person we want it to come from. No, it's just going to come.
I'm just going to fall out on the floor right
And be ready to accept it. Sometimes we block ourselves from accepting it because we're ignoring the people who want to give it to us because we're too busy chasing the person who's not giving it to us.
You gonna have to run that back. What they saying? Wait. Run that back. What is it? Rewind.
Sometimes we're too busy ignoring the people who want to give it to us because we're too busy chasing the people who aren't giving it to us. But guess what? Not capable, love don't hurt. People who aren't capable of loving, don't want to love or refuse to love or don't want to grow in love hurt. Love don't hurt. So if we are grateful for those who are in our space, then we can focus on that because your altitude is determined by your gratitude. And I'm grateful for the people that show up and I'm grateful for the ones that don't because they showed me exactly who they were and exactly did. I don't need to be spending time on this, that, or that thing over there. So be grateful for the ones who are trying to be there because I promise you, if you pause for one moment, you could think of, you know what, there's somebody I didn't return that call that's been trying to check on me because I'm too busy about the worrying about the one who's not checking on me.
Ain't picked up the phone.
Ain't texting, trying to be funny. Okay, but you all, this has been so amazing. I knew it would be. I want you to give just a round of applause for elevation in every capacity. Mind, heart, body, soul. You have something to say? Okay. Okay.
Sorry for the. Listen, exposure leads to expansion. All right, so
Rewind. Rewind.
when you get around individuals that know more than you, that have so much information and so much access to resources, right? Sometimes we feel like, I'll say this: if any of you are business owners, we think our supporters are going to be people like our family, friends. It's going to be strangers. It's going to be strangers, right? So you want to make sure that you are in rooms that you would normally get outside of your radius, get outside of the places that you normally go to. Go sit at the rooftop at no pool sometimes. And just sit there.
No, go to the museum.
Go to the museum. Go to art galleries. All of those things, places that that you can be around like-minded individuals. That's the main key. That's the main source. That's all I have.
I love that. Can I introduce you?
Go ahead.
Again? All right, y'all. If you have had a great time, I want to hear you yell, "Earn seat." Earn seat. I think we can get a little bit louder. Earn seat. Earn seat. That's right. That's right. Listen, you all, we all have been at this table today with these amazing panelists. Panelists, give yourselves a round of applause. Applaud yourselves for what you did today, your sacrifice, your sharing. And I want you to turn to one of the panelists and give them a compliment. We going to start filling y'all right back up right now. Give them a compliment. Say something nice.
Baby, all of these.
That's what I'm talking about.
They the one.
That's it. And do you know why I do that? Look at all the smiles. That was a very quick request. That's what positive energy does. I just asked them to compliment each other. They have already started refilling each other. And I want you to do the same thing during our meet and greet. But before we do, if we can, if you're able to stand, if you're able, we might as well stretch it out, y'all. I've been getting my steps. Come on. Stand on up. We're going to clap it up for Dr. Mikkita L. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. You are not here by accident. This is intentional. This day has been prayed on. This day has been fasted on. And her heart is truly in this thing right here. So, Dr. Mikkita L. I know you want to thank your participants for this experience, and it has been a pleasure to serve today.
Yeah. I want to cry so bad.
Just let it out.
I want to cry so bad.
Hey, over here for mental health, talking about don't cry.
Don't spoil on it. Don't start that book. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I thank my panelists. Y'all been with me. Some of y'all been with me since day one. So I thank you for believing in the vision. And some of y'all came on and was like, I got you. Thank you. I want to cry so bad, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When this vision started, I didn't know where it was gonna go. Just being honest. I had no clue. I just knew I wanted to tell my truth. And I wanted to be honest. I wanted to be honest. For the first time in a very long time, I wanted to freaking be honest. There are people that's on this panel that has stuck with me through a lot of things, y'all. And to have even you all here, I thank you. Like, real talk. Y'all could have been anywhere today. And y'all chose to be here with us. So thank you. Earn Seat at the Table tapes every 2 months, and this is our first live Earn Seat at the Table, but it will not be our last. So make sure you tell somebody, and tell somebody, and tell somebody, because I would like to fill this room. This room needs to be filled, right? This room needs to be filled.
The next one will be filled.
I promise y'all, I am in awe. I swear. Because I never asked, for real, for you to stand by my side. And I've had people to stand by my side since day one. I've had people to step in. I'm going to tell you. Just Words came in at the very last moment. Right? He was like, I heard you needed a male panel because I needed 3 men. Like, it's 3 tables. Let's get the... I didn't want it to be, like a woman thing, right? I want men to talk too because they have things too. So I wanted men. And for him to come in and still be on the same page of mental health and what that looks like and all of those things, I was like, yes, right? I had people to step up that I didn't know they would step up, right? Shout outs. Shartia, I love you. I was posting on Facebook, posting on Instagram, posting on my social media, like, I need somebody, right? She hosts events all the time, but people pay her a nice coin. Let's be clear, okay? But I knew I did not have the money to pay her. And she was like, well, sis, what you need? What you need? And I was like, okay. She was like, I got you on the hosting if that's what you need. And I was like, but? She was like, ain't no buts. This is what we do. Because I'm your friend. Right? Coach, he not in the room today, but he called me. He was like, what do you need? Right? What do you need me to do? And I was like, I need a project manager. And he was like, I got you. And I was like, cool, right? But I can't pay you. And he was like, boo, I got you, right? I needed somebody to help me volunteer. I needed another volunteer. My friend Timothea, they came all the way from Centralia, right? That's 3.5 hours away. And she was like, what do you need? And I was like, I need somebody to, check people in. And she was like, I got you. And she bought a ticket. Don't do me.
Okay. I got some. I'm prepared.
Oh, that get on my nerve. So I just want to say thank y'all. Because y'all could have been anywhere, and I pray that you all have enjoyed today because we poured our heart out on this. So tell somebody, and tell somebody, and tell somebody. This production, videographer, this room, all comes out of my pocket. Not being funny, but this comes out of my pocket because I believe in this vision. Right? So tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. Because, baby, we coming back. We coming back. I love my panel and I hope they stay with me, but we coming back.
With sponsors.
Yeah, come on! Okay. I'm not gonna shout. But I do want sponsors. I believe in this vision. Like, this is a lot of times we don't talk about mental health, the healing, the need, we don't talk about all of that. And that's why this was birthed. So thank y'all so much. We are done for the day. I want y'all to laugh, cry, whatever y'all gonna do, go get a drink, whatever. But we out of here. When it comes out, I will let you know, and I want y'all to share it.
I want y'all to share it. Share it. Share it. All these people on this thing here that is playing still. Yeah. This is a lot. You know what I'm saying? We share with y'all because we want the world to know that healing is an everyday journey.
Yes, it is.
It's not just, oh, I'm healed today. Yeah, I might be healed from this thing, but it's another thing that I gotta now heal from too. So it's an everyday thing. So I won't hold y'all. I want to thank everybody, all of my panelists. Thank you, Just Words. Thank you, Kanish. Thank you, China. Thank you, Luberta. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Marcus. And thank you, Kat. I love all y'all.
And on the count of three, everybody say thank you, Mikkita. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mikkita.
Thank y'all. Thank you. You all